Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I have a little chit chat for you today. We're going to talk about, is your stockpile up to date and current? So come on along, grab your coffee, and let's have a little chat. Okay, so is your stockpile current and up to date? Well, we're going to go over 3 points to help you figure that out. Number one, when is the last time you rotated your stockpile? So rotating in the sense of, need to get some H2O down the throat. Got allergies today. Rotating in the sense of the things that are out of date. So things that are either out of expired, or the best by date has come and gone, or however you want to do that. I know that's always a sensitive subject. I have people over here on this side of the room that say, absolutely, by expiration date, get rid of it. I have people on this side of the room that said, you can go years after. I'm not here to argue about that, but you make a choice as to whenever that expiration and or best by date has ended, whenever it has ended, how long do you like to keep it in your stockpile? So if there are things that have gone beyond your comfort zone, it's time to move them on. You need to rotate things. If you don't have a good system of rotation, you can go back and watch my video on how I use stickers. I'm a very visual person. As you can see from my home decor, I like things out. I like to see things. I want to quickly look. I'm a very busy person. I work outside the home. I have special needs in my home. My days are full of crazy and, as we like to say, very adventurous. I never know what a day will bring. So I don't have time to be, let me look at that date. No, I don't have time for that. I need to visually see it. That's why I use a sticker system. It works. It's great. But I will say it's only as good as I actually go in there and look at my stockpile. So going in and rotating your stockpile, bringing the old to the front, bringing the things that are kind of tucked away that maybe you need to use up to the front, rotate, clean out, all of that good stuff. I do have a basket that I keep in the front of the stockpile area. So as I do rotate things and I start to see maybe, that's kind of old, I've had that for a while or whatever, I can put that stuff in my stockpile in the front in the basket, so that every time I go to make a meal, I can go in there and say, oh yeah, I had one of those, such as shelf-stable milk. I personally don't like using them that far past the expiration, best by date, whatever you call it. I just don't like to do that. So I label them and I use them up, and I see I have one coming due soon. If I have a baking project, or I'm making baked oatmeal or something along that line, there we go. Or even my dog, if my dog needs a little extra nutrition, I've got that milk. I can give him some milk. Milk is good for a dog, and there we go. So a lot of times I'll open one of those containers up and I'll use it for maybe scrambled eggs, and maybe I made some biscuits and I've used up some of the milk and there's a little bit left. I can give that rest to the dog and use that up. Number 2, is your stockpile current and up to date with food that you like? Or, big or, do you have a lot of pandemic leftovers? How many of us panicked bought during the initial onset of the pandemic? How many of us listened to the news, the people, the Facebook, the Instagram, the everything of, there's nothing out there. Every shelf is empty. You better buy now before you starve and you die. How many of us bought things that we probably never would have bought if it were not for the pandemic? So there were things such as, I went in the one day and there was no pancake mix. There was nothing. There was not even the expensive stuff. Then there was nothing even like, not that I'm not gluten-free, so I don't buy gluten-free, but when you're desperate, there was nothing. There was not one box, bag, container of any type of pancake mix left to be had. I panicked. I had this sick feeling in the bottom of my stomach. Now, will I survive with not eating pancakes? Yeah, I'll be fine. I have flour. I can make homemade pancakes. Come on, Lynn, you're a big girl here. There are alternatives to just having a boxed pancake mix. But I remember that, we're so used to, especially in America, we always go and our shelves are full. We're just used to that. Other countries are not. They're used to empty shelves. My husband grew up in Africa, and he said when you went in, there were only 2 kinds of cereal, and you were lucky if they had both of them. So, we're so used to having an abundance that when I didn't have it, I honestly panicked. And I remember saying, Lynn, you're grown up. You're a mother. Knock this off. You will be fine. Well, the funny thing is, we went to the Dollar Tree, which is like maybe 5 stores away, after I went to ShopRite, and they had plenty of pancake mix. And the other thing that the same day they were missing at ShopRite was pasta. And I went to the Dollar Tree, and they had Barilla, not just, some off-brand, but they had Barilla pasta on the shelf. So there are items to be found. I know currently I have many of you say you can't get certain things, you haven't gotten certain things. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the trucks. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Your store manager might be at fault. I don't know what it is. But I can tell you this. If one store doesn't have it, another store probably does. If they don't have the exact thing that you want, they probably have something similar. And one thing I have learned from my husband, and I have brought this up in videos before, and I will keep bringing it up. There needs to be balance in life. If I can't find Ritz crackers, I can get saltines. If I can't get Ritz or saltines, I can get club crackers. There's some type of cracker to be had. If there are no crackers anywhere in the entire universe, anywhere, I will survive. I will be fine. I will be fine. And I need to keep that in check, that I need to have balance in things like this. The next time there is a panic of a pandemic or a panic of any type of thing, I need not to go crazy and invest money in things that I probably never would have bought except for this situation, and now I'm stuck with them in my stockpile. So, is your stockpile current and up to date with foods that you like? How many of us have things in our pantry and our stockpile that we don't even like, or we don't like anymore? Maybe you had liked them and your tastes have changed, or you bought them because everybody said buy food, and you just bought whatever you could find and you threw it in there, and you have this stockpile full of things that you no longer like, want, or will ever use. Okay, what do you do with it? If it's expired and it's 2 years old and it's something that you don't feel will stay fresh and it could get funny, you might want to dispose of it. Maybe you can use it up in a recipe and kind of disguise it in amongst something to use it up and use the extra nutritional value from it. Maybe you could share it with a friend. Maybe you could donate it to a church pantry. See, there are plenty of options of what you can do with that. Also, is your stockpile current and up to date with food that you need? So, for example, my stockpile, I went in the other day to rotate a few things, kind of get a bearing of what are things that I need to use up. And I was grabbing something also to add to the dinner, and I looked and I said to my husband, we only have 2 cans of tuna fish. And I was like, for me, I always have 10 to 12 cans. And he said, yep, we've been using our tuna up. So I was like, oh, I guess what I need to start doing is getting some tuna. And look for the things that you are truly missing. What am I missing now? Everything I want to get to keep it current and up to date. So you want to rotate. You want to get rid of those foods that you don't like, you won't use, you panic bought, all those pandemic leftovers. Get them out of there. And then make room for the things that you truly are missing, that you and your family really like, really use. We use tuna. We use spaghetti sauce. We use pancake mix. We use flour. We use instant potatoes. We use. That's what I should have in my pantry and my stockpile to keep it current and up to date. How about you? How current and how up to date is your stockpile? Have you been rotating? Have you gotten rid of all those foods that you're never going to eat? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. I'll give you an example. I cleaned out my bedroom closet. I got rid of 2 huge black bags of, garbage bags full of clothes, jackets, and shoes. My closet's still full. What does that say? I'm okay. I had 3 pairs of pants in my closet. I only wear black pants. But in my closet were 3 pairs that were of another color. I love the color. I love the style. I love the look. I love the fabric. But I'll never wear them. But I hung on to them probably for the last 2 years because I liked the look. But Lynn, you're not going to wear them. So I got rid of them and made room for the things that I really need to put in there. So maybe it's the same mentality with your stockpile. You're hanging on to the things because it looks pretty. You like the way it looks. It makes your stockpile full. Get rid of it. Make room for what you need. Keep your stockpile current and up to date. We'll catch you all on the next video. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and have a great day.